This is the Moshpit Backstage podcast for punk, metal and rock interviews and segments.
What has it been like performing live concerts since the band has gone back together for a reunion?
The concerts have been a lot of fun, and the crowds have been great, and, it's super cool traveling with the L7 gals again and hitting up cities that we hadn't been to in a long time, including the upcoming cities in Australia we'll be hitting.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I'm actually going to one of your Melbourne concerts.
Cool.
Yeah.
Me too. I'll be at both.
It's pretty exciting. All right, so when the band reunited, it was announced that an L7 documentary called Pretend We're Dead would be made. So the trailer for that looked like really great. So I'm just wondering what the progress on that is. Pretend We're Dead,
the documentary on L7, is still being edited right now, but they're sort of in the last... the final cuts that they're doing. It's been accepted to a couple film festivals in November. So, they're just finishing up what they do. Apparently, documentaries, they edit all the way up until, the last possible moment. So, hopefully, I guess it'll be released in December to the public.
All right, that sounds really great. Really looking forward to that one. L7 is often referred to as part of the Riot Girl punk movement. Now, is that something that you, like the band, has associated itself with, or was it a label that's been put on the band by others?
I think that the media liked to lump everybody in with Riot Girl, when in actuality, we weren't part of the Riot Girl movement. Riot Girl movement was kind of a movement that came out of college campuses.
Yeah.
It was very academic. And it was a political movement with music as the delivery mechanism, whereas we're a rock band from the art slums of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So our main thing was always to be a really good rock band. And we started about 5 years before the Riot Girl movement as well. So
okay.
I think Riot Girl is just a very catchy term that, the media likes to put any fierce rock and rollers that are female into that term, even though it doesn't really apply.
Yeah, because I'm also a big fan of grunge music, and I've when I've been looking up grunge bands, I've seen L7 being put into the grunge sort of category as well.
Well, I think most people would agree with you on that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I hashtag ourselves grunge, I hashtag ourselves Riot Girl, I hashtag ourselves a lot of things.
Yeah.
We're not just one sort of thing. We started in 1985, and the grunge thing really hit in about 1989, 1990.
Yeah.
So we were punk rockers doing hard rock, which is mostly what early grunge bands were. They were punk rockers doing a sort of punk metal-infused hard rock sound.
Yeah, that's really sweet. L7 has performed with a lot of other bands in the past. What's been some of your favorite bands that you've performed with?
The Breeders, Nirvana, Ministry, George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds,
Yeah.
Helmet, Fugazi.
Yeah, and it's do you really enjoy performing with other bands like that as well?
It's fun to party with other bands.
Yeah.
It's good to get a tour going with another band because you get to spend a lot of time with these people and get to know them pretty well, and then you don't see them again. Or sometimes you see them again, but, sometimes you think you're going to be lifelong friends and it doesn't turn out that way. You know what I mean? But you do get very, very close when you are on tour with the band.
Yeah.
Time is very compressed. So you could be out for a week, but it feels like you've spent,
Yeah.
a few years with these people, you know what I mean? Especially back in the day before cell phones and the internet, and basically you were forced to spend all of your time with your own band and the band that you were on tour with. There was no escape. You know, the only place you could escape was maybe if you listened to your Walkman or something. So without those distractions, you got very close to people that you toured with.
Yeah. So you really got to know, like, the people that you were with because you were spending, like, so much time together.
Yeah, without devices distracting you like they do now.
Yeah, exactly.
Cell phones and such.
Yeah, that's the problem these days.
Mm.
Yeah, so has there been, like, any talks of a new album? Like, are you creating new music or just playing your old classic hits?
We are playing our old classic hits right now. We may decide to record down the line, but right now we're just spending our time together out on the road playing music. We're not going into rehearsals creating new music. We're just rehearsing our old songs and playing them for people who want to hear them.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You got some really great, like, tracks and albums to play, so it's great to be hearing the old music being played now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, some people say they want new music, and other people, you know, I mean, I don't know how much interest there is in new music from a band like us. Maybe there is. I mean, you know, Faith No More put out a new record, and it got really good reviews and all that stuff. So who knows? Who knows what'll happen down the line?
Yeah, exactly. Just got to see what happens. I've got a question. This is about one of your older albums. You worked with Butch Vig on the 1992 album Bricks Are Heavy. I was just wondering what it was like to work with him.
Well, Butch had just made a name for himself producing Nirvana, and he had been working in the underground for years. He was a guy that very much likes to bring out some of the melodic elements from bands. So with us, he very much encouraged some backing vocals and some melodic nuances to our songs. And so that was cool, because I like that too.
Yeah.
So I think when we first started out, we just wanted to be a very tough band without a lot of melody. But then as we got, you know, a few more years of experience, and we were more comfortable bringing in those melodic elements that are very much a part of, you know, what the music that we like to listen to.
I actually have a question about that. Like, what are your favorite bands to listen to? Like, what bands influence you at the time when you were getting together to make the music that you did?
Well, at the time, both Suzi and I liked the Ramones and the Stooges and Hawkwind and Motorhead, and Suzi liked AC/DC a lot, you know, and those, I would say, are the bands that influenced our sound. But, you know, at the same time, I liked bands like the B-52s and the Beatles and the Stones. And, you know, I mean, most musicians like a hell of a lot of music, you know, so different kinds of music, including Frank Sinatra and stuff. So, you know, but I would say that those bands I mentioned at first were very inspirational for our sound.
Yeah, and they're great bands as well. So I've got one last question for you. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing L7 perform in Melbourne in October. I'm just wondering what you're looking forward to most about performing in Melbourne.
Seeing some old friends. We're going to be seeing our buddies, the Cosmic Psychos, in Melbourne. They're going to be opening the show.
Okay,
and
cool.
So I think that's probably the main thing that we're looking forward to. You know, and then of course we haven't played Melbourne, I think, since 1997. So it'll just be cool to check out, you know, where everybody's at.
Yeah, what's changed about the city as well since you've last been here?
I know Australia in general has a pretty lively rock scene, so I'm looking forward to that. It's probably got a more vibrant rock scene than the United States does at this time. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, so that's all the questions I have. So I just wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk to me today.
Okay. Thanks so much, Ellen.
Yeah, thanks so much, Donita.
Thanks for listening to the Moshpit Backstage podcast. You can subscribe to us on iTunes and Omni. To find out more about the show, go to www.syn.org.au/moshpit. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/moshpitonsyn and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at moshpitsyn. The regular Moshpit radio show broadcasts punk, rock and metal tunes and interviews every Thursday nights on Syn 90.7 on FM and digital radios. Listeners outside of Melbourne, Australia can stream Syn 9.7 online at www.syn.org.au. Thanks to Vintage Ruin for the music.
Hi, this is Tomato from Flash Gun Apocalypse.
Hi, I'm Enid from Girls Go.
I am Phoebe Pinnock from Heavenly Axe.
Hey, this is Gary Oldmead of the Misfits.
Hey, this is Kat Sproul from Horizon's Edge, and you're listening to the Moshpit on Sin FM.
Hi, this is Einar from Leopard.
Hi, I'm Virginia Lilly from the band Lily.
This is Raul from 1349.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ali from Zebrahead.
Hey, everybody, this is Charlie Benante with Anthrax, and you are listening to the Moshpit on Sin.